Hi Leo, welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot reader. This, Leo, is your intuitive reading for the time between the 5th and the 18th of July. I'm so happy to be back doing your full intuitive reading. An intuitive reading means whatever comes out, comes out. We'll look at your key energies as well over the next couple of weeks, as well as obviously look in depth at the type of energies and experiences that you could be facing. Okay, I've already shuffled and meditated. I'll do a little bit more and then we'll get started. Put in there. Okay, my darlings. So these are your cards for this week and that's next week. And this is a card at the base of your reading, and that is the Queen of Pentacles. Card at the base of the reading is the perspective or overall energy for this next couple of weeks. But you need to see this week or these weeks through this perspective, and that is of the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is a feminine energy, and feminine energies are all about our understanding. So what we understand, what we've learned from what we've been through, what we now understand. So in this instance, it's like you understand where you want to put your energy, your effort in order to manifest security. You know what will help you to feel secure. You understand that now, and this is understanding what's going to make you feel secure, basically, in a nutshell. Okay, and that could be in relationships. We'll have a look, we'll see. This one flipped over, so I've already seen it. This is your first key energy, okay? And the key energies really are about the overall experiences, how you're going to be feeling energetically over the next sort of couple of weeks. And the first one's a great one, actually, Leo, because it's your card. It's King of Wands, obviously related to the fire signs, so yourself, Aries and Sagittarius. And this is a card of confidence, and this is acting confidently. Now, remember with the Queens being about understanding what's within, that innate wisdom, the Kings are about the actions that we take, the things that we do out in the world, the experiences that we have out in the world. So this is you feeling confident enough to act on the things that you want, that you're passionate about, that you're drawn to. It could be whether that's a person, an individual. This often comes out with the Queen, actually. That's a lie. It doesn't often come out with the Queen, but what I mean to say is they're very closely connected. I think more than any other king and queen, they're very closely connected. So it always indicates that, and that's because these two are they're about our gut feelings, they're linked to our second chakra, our sacral chakra, the seat of our soul, the seat of our passion, the seat of our drivers and our motivations, the things that we want, the things that we desire. And because of that, there's an essence, an idea linked to connection, to be connected psychically to someone. And the images, the animal images, the animal totems on each of the king and queen so it's a cat on the queen, and it's a lizard on the king. And lizards are about being mutable, so that means that they can sort of cope well in any environment. And by any environment, in a practical sense. And that's why this is also the kind of enterprise, business enterprise, starting business for yourself, doing, because you're acting on your own volition and your own gumption almost in a very confident way with this energy, but also in a sense of understanding the underworld, i.e. our emotions, our hidden depths, as well as our logic and reason. So there's a huge amount of skill that's linked to this card. But yeah, there's also that connection between the two of them, the sensitivities between the King and the Queen of Wands. So it could be, this just indicates a little bit, maybe we've got a King and a Queen already, so it could be some sort of love connection going on for some of you. I wouldn't be surprised if that wasn't the case, because Venus is on the move again in July, and we do have an eclipse as well in July. Look at the description box below for the astrology, or follow Key Wisdom Tarot on Instagram for extras. So yeah, there could be that indication. So that's just kind of a sense it's giving me, but you're going to be feeling good, basically. That's what it is. It's feeling confident. We'll look at this one right at the end, because it can indicate outcomes as well. So we'll look at that key energy right at the end. Okay, so we've got this week, first of all, this first week. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles, we've got the Six of Cups. Do you know what? I'm going to just look at these two first of all. It's interesting. There might be there's just the energy of reconciliations, and if it's not reconciliations, it's the influence of, as I said, Venus being on the move, and then Mercury being retrograde in, I think, Cancer. It's again, we know Mercury retrograde, it's not a joke when we say it now. I'm sure you know, and you feel it yourself, that your mind goes back to the good times, the good old days. And but this is actually like almost like starting again, isn't it? It's almost like there's a balance of ideas, there's a balance of energies, i.e., you know, what I feel, understanding where I need to put my energy in order to manifest, and acting on that, you know, moving toward the thing that we're passionate about. And then we get these two cards then looking at their experiences then over the next couple of weeks, and it's like this idea, this energy, I should say, of a new beginning, but a new beginning that's linked to this energy of the Six of Cups. The six, obviously all the sixes are linked to the Lovers cards as well. So it's this energy of love, of with this card, you know, the sixes is about, number 6 is beauty on the Tree of Life, which is all about the recognition of the value of something. So in this instance, our emotions, and on an emotional connection that we once had, or an emotional, or a dream, or a passion that we once had. So recognizing the significance of that, because it looks like potentially there could be an opportunity for, if not a repeat of a past relationship, or of a past job, or of a past business venture, if not a repeat, a new beginning, a brand new start, a new beginning, but that has elements that are reminiscent of a time when you were very, very happy and very secure and really appreciative of everything that you had. Okay, so there's that element, that energy this week for you guys, and that could start this weekend. You know, we don't know. There's a real sense of urgency for you guys. I can feel it already. There's a sense of urgency. There's a sense of you have been not stuck necessarily, but you've been sort of held back by something. And it could be an experience that you had in the past. It could be a job, a current situation, a current relationship, but it's as if you've been held back. And it's like there's an opportunity to not even the opportunity, you feel. It's like you feel that it's like, I don't know, it's like all of a sudden, you just kind of feel like, oh my God, I've been really held back. I've been really holding myself in. And it's kind of like the realizing that is a thing that sort of is a catalyst for a new start. I don't know whether that means anything to anybody, but that's what I'm getting. Okay, and then the next two cards, we've got the Magician, yes, and we've got the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles is, again, this card of cooperation. So, you know, I mean, I don't, as I said, it's an intuitive reading, so whatever comes out, comes out. So I didn't know if it was going to be a love reading or whatever, but this, or reconciliation, similar in I suppose, in ways to the previous reading, but only in the sense, as I said, it's because of the astrology. So we know that Aquarius, that, as I said, Venus is on the move, and we've got Mercury retrograde. So that always indicates our thoughts turning back to other times when we were happy, times when we were more in love with our partner, or more in love with our wives or our husbands or our boyfriends or our girlfriends, our current partners, etc. Times when we felt really good in the work that we were doing. And it's kind of like, again, you've been held back or you've been holding back, and it's like now you are wanting to change. You're wanting a new start, i.e. you're wanting to not hold yourself back anymore. You don't want to hold yourself back anymore. That's what it is. It's not necessarily, and you are not going to hold yourself back anymore. And so what comes from that is what you desire, is what you want. Because now you're willing to work on something that is clearly more in alignment with what you feel. So we've got this energy of the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles, the Pentacles energy, it's our third Pentacles actually. Pentacles energy are linked to the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And Pentacles is all about basically manifestation. And it's about us being able to manifest. It's about us putting energy and work and effort and thought and taking actions in order to have the security or to have the things that we desire in our life, the things that we think will give us security. That's what the Pentacles energy is about, okay? Number 3 on the Tree of Life is understanding. It literally is understanding. And again, linked to, it's feminine, it's linked to understanding. But it's understanding the role that you play. It's understanding what you can do. And it's understanding that if you do what feels right to you, what feels appropriate to you, what feels fair to you, then yes, it will provide security, but you will draw towards you people, situations, circumstances that will support you in that. And that is really what these energies are talking about. All these energies, the cards that we've seen so far, they're all talking about this cooperation. So that means, as I said, if it's a reconciliation, that means that you are going to do what you can only do what you can do. You can't force somebody to love you or to take you back or whatever, or to forgive you, or you can't force yourself to forgive somebody else, for example. But if you want to work on it, if you want to work on something, that means that the other person or the other people or the job or whatever it is, the opportunity, will work with you. And not only will they work with you, the universe is also working with you. And we know that because we've got the aces, and the aces always talk about this auspicious help, this good luck, this good fortune in a way that is manifested. So in a way that's very real, that's very solid, that can actually give you a leg up or give you a helping hand, okay? So there's an energy of, yes, you taking action towards something that you want, but there is energy of, because this is linked to where you've been in the recent past. So it's kind of like the recent past has shown you what you need and where you want to be and what you want to do, and you're willing now to do it. So that's why I said it could be for some of you reconciliations, but for others of you not. It might be linked to work for others of you. The Magician energy, and our second number 1 today so far in your reading, the Magician. And again, this is about you understanding what you need to do and doing what you need to do in order to manifest the life, the situation, the relationship, the job, the work, the career that you want. You don't need to hold yourself back anymore. You're not holding yourself back anymore. That's the message. You are not holding yourself back anymore. You are going for it. Sometimes we hide our light, we hide our shine, our greatness. We hide it because we don't want people to feel intimidated. We want to make sure we get married. Men don't, if you're straight, for example, so if you're straight, I don't like that word, but you know what I mean. If you're what's the word? Hetero. Well, I don't even know what the word is. So if you're hetero, for example, it's like some women, no, I'm not going to talk about some women. I'm just going to say, for example, I'm not going to say some women or some men, right? But basically, you might want to get married, for example. So you don't want to be too successful. Have you noticed that? That's a real thing, you know. Like, and people who are married, and you know, if it's like a traditional marriage, whatever, where, you know, the man's a breadwinner and the woman does blah blah blah, you know, earns less money, and it's like you could be earning more money or getting a better job, but you're kind of holding yourself back because you don't want to emasculate your husband, for example. This is kind of a niche example, but anyway, it's kind of like you're not going to hold yourself back anymore. And if you don't hold yourself back anymore, the universe is working with you. Your friends, your family, your co-workers, or the person that you want to be with is working with you as well. And you know what you can do. And it might be that what you do is just tell the truth. What you do is just tell the truth to the person that you love and that you've been separated from. Just tell them the truth, how you feel. Just tell them. You know, we're so afraid of the truth, and I understand why we are afraid of the truth, and I include myself in that as well. But it doesn't mean that we shouldn't speak it. We should speak the truth to each other. We shouldn't rationalize how we feel, because that's not how feelings work. We can't decide how to feel. We just feel how we feel. We can't. We can force ourselves to ignore how we feel. Oh yes, we can, but we still feel that. So it's like there's an element of you realizing I've been holding myself back. I've not been true. I've not been saying what I want. I've not been doing what I want. I've not been acting on what I want. And it's like now you know that and understand that, and you're willing to do what it takes and take the actions that are necessary to get the new beginning that you want, whether that's work, love, whatever. Okay. So let's look at the following week. So again, we've got this Temperance energy, and we've got the 9 of Pentacles. So we've got the security of the 9 of Pentacles. So the 9 of Pentacles is you've done work, you've been somewhere, you've been doing something, you've been thinking about something, you've been trying to understand why. Now you're in a place where you are secure, where you realize and you can see all the things that you have to offer, and all the things offer for yourself, all the security that you've been able to create for yourself and manifest for yourself. It's as if you can appreciate that now. And this might also for some of us be linked, for some of you, I do that sometimes. I include myself, and I'm not a Leo. My mum's a Leo and my brother's a Leo. There's been, it's kind of like you've not been able to see it, or there's been something blocking it, or you've been, as I said, there's been other responsibilities or obligations that have taken your focus off, excuse me, not have taken your focus off, but that have stopped you from recognizing all that you are, and all that you have to offer, and all that you can give, and all that you want, and all that you desire. Does that make sense? And it's as if there's a real sense of you are coming into feeling a lot more secure and a lot more stable, a lot more happy with yourself over this next couple of weeks. And I always say to you guys, you know, because I said my mum's a Leo, and I know what you guys are like. You're very giving of other people, and you're very compassionate to other people, and you know, you're sometimes the last person to give yourself the love, you know, to give yourself that compassion, and it's something that you need to be able to do. But this energy here, the Temperance energy, again, this is one that's suggesting that this has been something that's been ongoing. So something has been occurring in your life which has been a karmic situation. It's meant to have been there. And even if it's been unsettling and it's been intense, that situation and circumstance has been there in order that you see, I am strong enough. So, for example, for some of you, say, for example, if you've been going through a very, very difficult divorce and it's been like a custody battle, it's been really, really hard, it's been really, really challenging. It's meant to have been really, really hard and really, really challenging so that you can see, oh my God, yeah, I don't need that marriage anymore. I don't need the things that I've been telling myself I need. I don't need to argue. I don't need to fight, whatever. It's like the experience of going through the difficulties of the divorce, or going through the difficulties of the illness, or whatever it's been for you as an individual, or being single, the loneliness, blah, blah, blah. It's been such a slow process for you, and quite an intense process, this card indicates to me. But it's been there to show you, so that you can understand who you are, so that you can understand what it is you want, and so that you can understand that actually you don't need those things to be happy. You don't need that person or that job to be happy, or to feel secure, or to feel content. And that's kind of the energy that you're coming into. So that's really, really special. It's really, it's such a grounding force. It's a very grounded reading, actually, for you guys, as well as Leo. There's such a grounding force that's coming for you guys in this second week. And I'm a bit annoyed with myself, actually, that I've not done the astrology yet, because I definitely know it'll be to do with the astrology. It'll be around the 15th, something will be happening, and in the astrology you'll be able to read it now if you want to look below. I just don't know it yet because I've not checked it. But there'll be something happening around the 15th, around the 14th, around the 16th, that actually is a stabilizing force for you guys. The beginning of that week, of this last week, it's kind of like the Monday, the Tuesday of this last week of this reading is kind of like a time where you start to feel more stable. So it's interesting. I don't know what it's going to be, obviously, for you guys, but it's being brought about by a karmic situation that's been ongoing for some time, for at least the last 6 months, but maybe before. Okay, and then the last two cards, we've got the Devil. Do not fear the Devil. I'm a Capricorn. This is our energy, so I know it very well. Okay, so don't stress. The Devil energy, and then we've got the Two of Wands as well. So the Devil energy is card number 15. So again, it's a number 6, but it's a 1, an auspicious new beginning, a new beginning. But it's a new beginning brought about by the number 5. And the number 5 is a card of change and the card of challenge. It's a card of wanting to change, wanting to break free of the shackles of earthly responsibilities, of the shackles of obligation, whatever they may be. It's like this situation that's been ongoing for the last 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, maybe longer for some of you. This situation that's been ongoing has actually been something that you've not yet. I don't know if you felt stuck in it, but it has restricted you, and it's meant to have restricted you because these two go together. Okay, these two go together in that sense. This is 14, this is 15. These two go together, and it's like the restriction has been necessary so that you can see your worth and your value, if that makes sense. So whatever the difficulty of the situation's been, whatever the obligation that you've been facing that's kept you stuck, whether it's been paying the mortgage, whether it's been, as I said, going through this divorce or this custody battle, whatever it's been, whether it's been, working really hard so you can earn the money, whether it's been not giving yourself compassion, not thinking about your spending, not thinking about your eating habits, whatever it's been, that situation has been ongoing for as long as it's been, so that you can get to this point and this point, which is feeling stable, feeling secure, recognizing I don't need that anymore, whatever it's been for you. I don't need to stay in a toxic relationship. I don't need to, be obsessed with shopping or eating ridiculous food, not eating whatever it is for you as an individual. You're realizing I don't need that anymore. And that is a really powerful place to be, and a really positive place to be, because what it shows you then is it gives you this new opportunity. It gives you this new opportunity here. So look, we have got we've got one, and we've got 2. Okay, so we've got this energy repeating here, opportunities, and not only opportunities that you have manifested because of the work that has been going on, that's been ongoing. So the confidence that you can now feel, you can trust it. The confidence that you now feel entering this next couple of weeks, you can trust it because you have done the work. And this always indicates this. There's been some payoff. You've been committed to something. Number 2s are about commitment. Just to say that, look at the time. Number 2s are about commitment, and you've been committed to something. But actually being committed to something, this person, this thing, this situation, whatever, this responsibility, has actually opened up a new opportunity for you now. A new opportunity where you can use and apply your newfound understanding, your newfound confidence, okay? So we've got that fire there. You starting to manifest, you recognizing what you can do to manifest, and you actually taking opportunities, taking hold of this Ace of Pentacles and running with it. So we've got this last card here, which is our last key energy. Again, key stands for energy, key wisdom tarot stands for energy, and again, it's not what you're feeling. So let's have a look. And this is the type of thing you're going to be feeling. This is you now standing up for yourself. This is Cancer's season, so I've not actually done this. For those people that follow Key Wisdom Tarot on Instagram and on Facebook, you'll see the little extras, and I always do the Zodiac sign, the major arcana card for each Zodiac sign each month. So this month it's Cancer. Now I haven't done it yet, but it's number 7, and I'm a number 7. That's my master number, so I know the number 7 inside out. So I've done a video about the number 7s. It's on the Key Wisdom playlist right now. You can watch it. And the number 7s are about, basically, is a number of mystery, and that means it's a number of challenge. And what that means in a nutshell is we go through things so that we can understand things. We go through things so we can understand who we are. We go through things so we can understand relationships, love, life, passion, whatever. So this is you now recognizing that the things that you've been through have given you something. They've given you this confidence. They've given you this awareness. They've given you this security. And now that is the thing that drives you forward. That's the thing that you've got to sustain, you've got to uphold. You've got to uphold with the seven of wands. You are upholding this wand here. This is what I've learned. This is what I've got. This is what I've learned. And this is the direction I'm going to go in. And I'm not going to be swayed by that anymore. I'm not going to be led by the falsehood of, yeah, but what about the obligation to X, Y, Z? You're not going to be led by that falsehood anymore. It doesn't mean that the obligations aren't important. It just means that you are recognizing that your desire is. You're recognizing that how you feel is important. It's not that you're just discounting all the other things now. It's that you recognize that you matter and that what you feel matters and what you experience matters, and that is what you must act on with the Seven of Swords, and that's what you must sustain and uphold. So it's interesting how it comes with these two energies. Again, you manifesting, wanting to manifest in an area, in a direction that's authentic to you, that you're passionate about, okay, that you're excited about. So we've got this sense now of having been on a journey, and that journey ending, and a new cycle starting for you guys, a new karmic cycle starting, where you've taken the lessons that you've learned from the past 6 months, that you've learned this year, and you actually be able to strive forward in a more confident way, and in a way where you actually start to feel a lot more secure. Some of you could be linked, there could be links to an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Cap, or we've got fire here as well, haven't we? We've got them all, really, to be fair, but we've got fire as well, which is looking quite prevalent. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, you're the fire sign, actually. It doesn't really matter what the signs are. I mean, if it's a person and a reconciliation, because we were talking about reconciliations up here, that is an interesting thing. So there might be, someone might want to reconcile, you might want to reconcile, but why do you desire that? Why do you desire that reconciliation? That's what you need to think about. Do you need it? Do you desire the reconciliation because it's something that, again, you feel obliged almost? You know, you've got children together, or you share a house, or whatever, or you've been married for a long time, or whatever it is. I don't know everyone's situations, but I want you to then question that. What do I desire, and where does that desire come from? That's what you need to question yourself. And you can watch the conscious meditation that I did about this. Right now, it's on I'll link it at the end of this video. Watch the conscious meditations, because I do them because I want you guys to learn that to actively meditating, i.e. actively reflecting and considering our experiences, to try to understand them, how they affect us, how they affect our actions, how they affect our self-esteem, how they blah 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 blah. The reason that's why I do the meditation, so that you can, in a way, learn to practice it yourself. And literally, it's about the questions that you ask yourself. It's basically talking to yourself. So I definitely suggest and encourage you to watch it, and encourage you all to sort of start to benefit from that type of meditation, where we are actually consciously engaging with the karma and our karmic situations that we're going through, which is ultimately what tarot is. Tarot is engaging with our karma in an active way, and trying to engage with our karma in an active way, trying to understand the experiences so that we can reflect on them, so that we can learn from them, so that we can manifest, change, grow, shift, etc. Okay, so I definitely recommend you watch those readings. Okay, my darling Leos, I've gone on a little bit there. Give this reading a thumbs up if you like it, my darlings. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and feel free to share this video on your social media, your WhatsApp, your Facebook. As I said, you can follow Key Wisdom Tarot on Instagram and on Facebook for extra little snippets. Check out the Key Wisdom playlist for extra videos, the conscious meditations, and also there's a video about the number 7 if you want to check that out. I will be back in a couple of weeks with your brand new readings. Thank you so much for being here. Take care, my darlings, and have a wonderful couple of weeks, Leos. Bye.